Question 11, part A. Write down the next two numbers in the following sequence. So we need to figure out how we're getting from each number. So how did I get from 35 to 25? Take away 10. 25 to 16, take away 9. 16 to 8, take away 8. So the next number we're going to take away 7 because that's the pattern. So 8 take away 7 is 1. And then the next number I'd have to take away 6. So 1 take away 6 would take me to minus 5. You could do a little number line if you want. 1, 2, 3. So 1 take away 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, take away 6 would take you to here. So when we're taking away, we go in this direction, we go in that direction if we're adding. So the examiner will give you 1 mark if you had 1 in the correct place, and then the final mark for minus 5. Find the value of 2x plus 7y when x is minus 3 and 10 and y is 10. So this is substitution now. So I'm going to substitute into this expression the numbers because they've now told me what they are. So this 2 is saying 2 times x, because when they're right next to each other, when they're touching with no sign in the middle, it means they're timesing. So instead of saying 2 times x, I know what x is this time. I'm saying 2 times minus 3. And over here, I've got 7y, so that's saying 7 times y. But I know what y is, it's 10. So 7, instead of writing y, I'm going to write 10. 7 times 10. Well, I know that 7 times 10 is 70. I've got to add them together. Now I need to look at this 2 times minus 3. Well, we need to know the rules of negative numbers now. So if I'm timesing or dividing, the rule works both ways for each of these. A positive number times a positive number, my answer is going to be positive. If I'm timesing together a negative number and a negative number, my answer is also going to be positive. So we can use the AS rule here. AS, add, same signs. That can help us remember. So they're the same signs, so my answer, add, is going to be positive. So now I've got, if I times together a positive number by a negative number, these signs are different. So my answer is going to be a negative answer. If I times together a negative number by a positive number, these signs are different. So my answer is going to be negative. So I can use the rule SID here to help me. Subtract if different. Okay, so I've got a positive number here because there's no sign in front of it. Obviously it's a positive 2. That's here, times by a negative 3. Well, that's positive and positive, positive and negative. My answer is going to be negative. So my answer is negative. Now I just do the numbers. 2 times 3 is 6. So I've got minus 6, add on 70. So I'm in the negatives and I'm adding on a bigger number. So minus 6, add 70. The trick here is to work out the difference between the two numbers. So 70 take away 6 would be 64. So that's my answer, positive 64. So that'll give you 2 marks straight away. Or if you've made a little mistake in this calculation, then the examiner will give you 1 mark if they see either minus 6 or 70, either one of those, if you've made a little mistake at the end.